Hi, I'm Stephen Curry and I'm going back to school with Student Edge.
Tell us, what were you like as a teenager?
Trouble. I mean, you know, like healthy, fun trouble. I just like to make a bit of fun. At school, I wasn't particularly great at, but I had some like-minded friends that liked to kind of, you know, keep it interesting and keep our teachers on their toes.
Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
Probably a bad thing for you know, me getting the most out of school, but it was good for the enjoyment. I loved going to school. I loved it. I really did love it, and because it was, you know, I did have these mates who are still my mates today. I finished school in '93, and yeah, we kind of. And the thing is, we're all as childish now as we were when we were at school. So I don't think much has happened in the development phase of things.
Sure.
I've gotten greyer, but I'm still a child inside.
Well, what were the kind of classes that you did enjoy? And again, maybe for the wrong reasons.
Oh, look, I liked media was good because I had a propensity for mooning, right? And the media studies class was awesome because they had these two TVs up in the corner, and you could kind of get a little bit of closed circuit going on. So with my propensity for mooning, my mate Staggers said, right, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the thing, and I'm going to get a close-up of you mooning, and then we're just going to leave it on freeze frame for when Mrs. Easdale comes in. The perfect crime, right? And then she came in, and I must have had a propensity, I must have had a name for myself, because all it was just a bum. And she took one look at it and said, Stephen Curry, go to the principal's office. So,
but no birthmarks, no.
No birthmarks, no, just a bum. And she just kind of went, I just know that bum. Yeah, she'd seen it before.
And so you were sent to the principal's office?
Sent to the principal's office, not exposed, suspended. I got suspended.
Really?
For indecent exposure. So Mum was pretty proud, very proud. Dad not so happy. Dad was the only Tuckshop father at Marsland College. So he had to cop it from all the other Tuckshop mums. He'd retired, you see. So he'd like to wear an apron to the Tuckshop. So that became, I think, mainly just for my embarrassment, not to save his clothes, just because he liked to wind me up.
Were you much of a sportsman?
I played a lot of hockey, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I played for a while. I was playing 7 days a week. I played for Victoria when I was 14 as a goalkeeper, and then I discovered girls.
Well, you're not known as a sportsman today.
I'm not.
And in fact, on Wikipedia, you are distinguished as Stephen Curry comedian.
Not Stephen Curry basketball.
Exactly. First of all, how did it feel when one of the most famous sports people in the world came out and, hey, his name's Stephen Curry?
What were the odds that the MVP of the NBA was going to have a name like Stephen Curry? Like, what was Stephen, but, you know, same spelling as my name. His name's meant to be like LeBron or Shaquille or, you know, but I tell you what, I've benefited from Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
I've lost out and I've benefited. I'll tell you how I benefited. I got invited to the White House.
Really?
Yep. I got invited to the White House to meet Barack and Michelle Obama. And I'm going, what the heck? Like, what are they, fans of Takeaway? Like, what are you talking, why? And then it clicked. When someone in the States is going, find out who Steph Curry's management is and get him an invite to the White House. I want to meet this guy. Yeah. So this person goes bang and sends out the invite to my manager, and there I am with an invite to the White House and going, and my smart aleck brain kind of went, I'm going to RSVP for this, and I'm going to go over there, I'm going to shoot a documentary about trying to get into the White House with I had an RSVP, I had an invite, right? With my name on it, check out my license, that's it. I was going to call it Meet and Barry, but then I didn't, I ran out of time. It's just like, now my name has kind of become a joke.
Sure. Well, look, you know, I'm sure you're wearing it proudly. I'm sure you're glad to know.
And only our mothers can tell us apart. We're very similar. We're very, very similar guys.
Yeah, you bite your mouth guard when you're taking a shot.
I do. And a three-pointer. I played basketball in primary school, and I think I amassed a total of 3 points.
Well, as we said, you are distinguished as the comedian.
Distinguished? Does that mean I'm getting
You are
great?
very distinguished. No, your words are mine. Yeah. But when you were kind of, you know, growing up, did you see yourself as becoming a comedian, or was it acting? What was the thing you wanted to be?
Acting. Yeah, I wanted to be an actor since I was 8 years old. And I can pinpoint the exact moment. My family all did amateur theatre. The kids all did amateur theatre. It was basically a way for our parents to get us out of the house for a couple of days a week. But I remember the first day, the first performance of this show was in Man of Steel. My brother was Superman, and all the other siblings were kind of good townsfolk roles, and I was Happy Villager number 2. And I had one line, which was one word, which isn't even a word, which is fantabulous. And anyway, did it, performed it, kind of got the buzz, and was hooked. After I was hooked that night, Mum came and said, "Oh, you were wonderful, it was great." And then Dad came and said, "Couldn't hear you." So that was my first experience with critiques.
Yeah. Constructive
Criticism, but that's kind of continued as a theme throughout my life. It's like, for every good, I've always said about reviews, if you listen to a 5-star review and you say they are right, then you kind of have to listen to the no-star review that says that you're the worst thing in the world and you should never have even tried.
Well, how did your parents react when, this hobby became a career? But also for your brothers as well, they got into acting.
Yeah, all my family, all my 5 siblings, all have been professional actors at one point. They just said, look, do it, follow your dreams. Because I think a lot of people don't do that because of the risk, right? And they just said, do it, you should do it, because that's what you want to do, but be realistic and get something to fall back on. And that's a really good, I think it's the best piece of advice I ever got. And teachers said it, and everyone said it, which is just like, don't rest on your laurels, and don't think you're going to be the one in a million that can just survive on your one passion. Find a way to diversify that. And so I kind of learnt how to write and went to uni and kind of learnt how to work the other side of things, and camera operating and sound production and stuff like that. So it's kind of all in the same industry, because that's all I've ever been interested in. Anyone who goes, I'm going to be a musician, I'm going to be an actor, I'm going to be an artist, I'm going to be whatever, it's the percentages are really low, and you're more than likely going to live a fairly long life of poverty, but you'll be able to do what you want to do. And that for me is the best thing, because I get to go to work and I'm excited, I love it. I've been doing it for 27 years, and it's like, for me, it's still as fun as it was the day I started it. I love it.